just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And off we go on EA Sports. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. On the ground, it's Irving to start the drive. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. Now 2nd and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Irving. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. It got his man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. From the gun, Bigsby. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play. In front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Sanders. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Sanders. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's on his way. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that
touchdown from 3 yards out.
And the Monarchs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Off play action. Sanders. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Sanders.
And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. And now a big play to start off this drive as the shot downfield is complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Irving.
And a nice spin into some open field. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll set up a throw.
They'll set up a screen for Bigsby.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
Good call there on 1st down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
And it's caught. Touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Monarchs are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0.
So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Sanders
finding his target. It's Trey McBride.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. From the gun again to Henderson.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
To the right side, this is Henderson. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. 17-0 our score after 1. To throw is Sanders. To throw on 2nd down. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Back to throw. Sanders. This is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Trey McBride.
25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Cardinals are able to cut into that deficit.
Point after, right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 17-7. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
This will be fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. So it'll be a touchback, and that ball will be placed at the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one a first down pickup of 8. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
This one taken in by Stover.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Buda Baker with a pick.
And the Cardinals are going to get the football here at their own 23.
He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw. Sanders.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
From the gun on third down. Sanders. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks him right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Here's 2nd and 7. A run up the middle with Irving.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Once again, it's Irving.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5.
43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5.
They'll look to throw here. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick.
And the Cards are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
A carry by Henderson to start the drive. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Here's Sanders looking to throw on 2nd down. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Sanders.
That'll be swung out wide here for Henderson.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2nd down, it's Henderson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Sanders on 1st down. That's taken in by Henderson. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Operating from the gun, Sanders.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Operating from the gun, Sanders. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it.
That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg. But how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
And the Cardinals force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
He got out of the pocket there. Was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling. His receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
McBride on the slant.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. In motion, the tight end. Now Sanders on 1st and 10. In trouble, and he's taken down. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Sanders now to throw on 2nd down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Greg Newsome. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Cards are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
On 2nd down, Irving.
And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals 17. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the left hash, this from 34. Tucker's kick is good, and they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Sanders eluding the pressure right.
Able to get this one to McBride.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Up the middle, here's Henderson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Sanders
work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up second down. Operating from the gun, Sanders.
This is taken in by McBride.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Give him 32 on the play.
I don't care what level of football you play. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go along and hope someone would come free.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1.
Now a first carry here for their running back. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Cardinals have got it back to within a score.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to a field goal. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
And some room to work. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
70 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
That's going to be caught by Bigsby.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
Kayvon Thibodeau, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6. Well, you can almost see his eyes light up defensively. I mean, as a linebacker, that's about as quick as you can get to a quarterback.
So what did your third-grade teacher teach you about straight lines, right? As soon as you have those, you take full advantage of them. He found a gap in the offensive line, got to the quarterback, and put him on the deck.
They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And on now is the punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt.
And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Derek Stingley picks it.
And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
I'm not sure I'm absolutely crazy about that play call there. I mean, it's only a 1-score game, so is it really time to go bombs away and try and make a big play? I think you can take some underneath stuff and still move it downfield.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
A shotgun handoff here to Irving.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
And the Cardinals are right back in this football game.
And I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 3. They'll try the left side. Bridges.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Henderson running straight ahead. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 7.
They run once more with Henderson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
What can they draw up now? Time to find out on a 3rd and 8.
Now a handoff up the middle. Bridges. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And that is no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. A 4th quarter miss like that, there is no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team get over the top.
Could have tied it. Instead, they remain down 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as he'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
That is intercepted. Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Cards are going to take over at their own 41. And my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes,
You better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
On the move to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Back to throw.
St. Brown on the catch.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up fourth.
And that's the downside of taking these big shots, because they're definitely lower percentage plays. And now you look up, and it's fourth down. So not only do you have to worry about getting big yardage, you also need to just keep the game alive.
Too far for a field goal. They've got to go. It's fourth down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Throwing to start the drive. Sanders. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience.
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Cardinals come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only